First set, Nick Kyrgios to serve.
Wow, right out of the gate, we have
love.
a little something different that I haven't seen from Medvedev. He decided not to stand by the fence. He's standing in sort of a normal position and immediately got aced. So I was thinking, well, he's only going to do that once, but he's back up there. And Medvedev did that at the end of his match in the third round, he being Wu. He played the last game because he was up so much, felt confident. He played it much closer to the baseline just to try to, and here he is again, look. Interesting.
30-15.
He's made 2 returns doing it, because when they played in Montreal, he actually was struggling to make returns. He'd go way back, and as I said, Kyrgios can hit any spot. He's hitting that wide serve and serving and volleying, and Medvedev really didn't have a way to counter it. He's got to cover middle most of the time now, which he just did, because that's what Kyrgios is going to do if Medvedev is in. Either go, he never goes body, actually.
That's
Kyrgios.
the play tonight, with all the long levers of Medvedev, huh?
But he doesn't. You'll see his stats. Kyrgios is literally 3 inches from the line on both sides and almost never hits a body serve.
Game, Kyrgios.
133 right down the pipe. That's what he's going to do.
First
At least Medvedev should know where he's going to serve most of the serve. He's not going to serve out wide as much.
That service hold took 1 minute.
Well, that's one of the other things about Nick Kyrgios that I sort of admire, is that he puts the ball in play without a whole lot of fanfare. There's not a whole lot of bouncing and twitching and toweling off or any of that. Give me the ball, let me serve it. And by the way, Medvedev plays reasonably quickly also.
Daniil Medvedev to serve.
One of the things that drives players crazy when they play Medvedev is he can hold serve in a minute with 4 big serves, and then you serve, and he's normally in the seats returning and making you play 10-minute games. Of that seems to get on. Eventually it breaks down his opponents. And Kyrgios doesn't have that problem because he can hold serve in a minute against anybody. And it's right out of the gate, Kyrgios is on fire.
$15-30.
Let's go.
15-14.
Who wants a longer rally? Is Medvedev all the way?
Yes, normally, but he's come out
30,
tonight.
40.
Look at the court position. He's trying to sort of be extra aggressive. We'll see if it works. I mean, he has only won 1 out of 4 matches he's played, so he's trying something different, but he's down break point to get down 2-love right away, and he's only won 3 points so far, so it hasn't worked yet. But this would be a big hold for him to get out of this early deficit.
Yes. Advantage, Medvedev.
You know, a good sign from Kyrgios that he's had double break point and didn't convert and hasn't said anything yet. His box is still allowed to sit.
Let's for service.
They shouldn't stand down for too long.
I mean, no, we'll see. Never sure what the directions will be exactly.
Game, Medvedev.
They got out of trouble. You know who did a lot of that last night on this court, Jimmy?
1 game all first set.
Danielle Collins. She was bossing her box around too.
She does tend to.
You're not cheering enough. It
Yeah.
got louder. And she had 52 winners in a straight sets match.
She definitely goes all in with the I'm going to rip it as hard as I can strategy. So literally 4 points ago, I thought, oh wow, Kyrgios,
Love 15.
he's got too much for Medvedev. And 3 points later, I'm thinking, wow, Medvedev's got just too much for Kyrgios. As far as defending and putting the ball in play, and he's keeping the length right now. Kyrgios in Montreal in that win, he's serving volleyed a ton. But because Medvedev is standing where he's standing to return, he will not serve and volley quite as much or quite as comfortably. So he's going to have to stay back. It's going to be a question of can Medvedev make enough returns off that big first serve.
Oh.
I was going to say, and see what happens on second serve. So what happens is Kyrgios goes for 120-mile-an-hour second serve and hits an ace, 119. But
Sergio. Forte, 30.
it's kind of interesting, isn't it, to see the defending champion, #1 player in the world, he's changing his game for this matchup. He's returning from a spot we have not seen him return from, period.
This will be very interesting tactically, won't it? How do you stop this guy? How do you stop his serve?
Kyrgios leads
I
by
mean,
2
possibly if
games
you're
to 1.
Medvedev,
First
you
set.
give him different looks.
Yeah.
Just now that he's shown that he can try to return from up close, he can sort of dictate a little bit where Kyrgios serves. If he moves in, Kyrgios will probably serve T. If he moves back, Kyrgios will probably serve Y. At least you kind of get a sense somewhat of where his serve is going to go.
27 years old and around the world, it appears that Nick Kyrgios has never been more serious about his tennis. Getting himself all the way to the Wimbledon final before Djokovic got him, but not before he took the first set. Give a man a mask and he will become his true self. That's what he's got going on among his other tats. Does that mean anything to you? Does that speak to you, Jim?
No, I'm the opposite. I have no mask. I'm his out.
Take your seats quickly,
That's
please.
why I love you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Time. Seats quickly, please. Thank you. Fifteen love. Thirty love.
That was quite an angle and something I don't often remember seeing from Medvedev. Serving at 80%, he's already saved a couple of break chances.
Forty love.
I do like how quickly these games move along. No faff.
No.
Game. Medvedev.
So it was a slightly nervous start for Medvedev. Lost the first game in a minute. Almost got broken. He's settled in now. That was a pretty impressive game he just played. And
Yes.
Angle backhand. I've never seen him hit before. And then that forehand off the line. Not missing first serves.
Go to US Open. All those apps will tell you what's been going on this tournament.
15 love.
You can join the conversation with hashtag US Open.
Let second service.
Right off the line.
Out. 15 all.
This is interesting to me because anytime you're doing something for the first time, which Medvedev is doing for the first time, it's hard to do it under pressure. I'm going to be interested to see if it's a tie break and it's 4 on the tie break. Will he still be able to stand right there and watch balls go past him? Because
30,
normally
15.
he's not that easy to ace Medvedev because he is so long and he is so far back. He's giving up that sort of one swing ace. That's 5 already.
40,
That's why I think if I were Medvedev, I would mix up a little
The
bit.
position,
Yes.
the return position, yeah. Especially if you're out of your own comfort zone.
Which he just got his racket on 2 and tried to just chip it back and play and miss both. So that's out of his comfort zone, certainly.
Fans, welcome again to Emirates Airline night at the U.S. Open. Just a quick question. Would anyone here like to sit courtside for the rest of the night? Well, good news is
You see that hashtag on Kyrgios is back, the hashtag NK right.
hands in the air. Let's see if you are lucky.
It was an interesting conversation he had after he lost in the Wimbledon final. He said, if I had won Wimbledon, maybe I just wouldn't have cared anymore. Because he lost to Djokovic. He said that actually has propelled him this summer.
Wow.
Isn't that an interesting way to look at it?
I mean, Coco Gauff said sort of a similar thing after losing to Roland Garros. Maybe not. I mean, she's different than Kyrgios. Obviously, she's always trying, but
Exactly.
Congratulations.
18-year-old Gauff is into her first U.S. Open quarterfinal after a pretty good-looking match on this court earlier today.
Destinations worldwide. Enjoy those
Coco now
courtside
plays
seats.
another player who's really,
Stay quickly, please. Thank
really
you.
playing well.
Time.
She plays the Frenchwoman Garcia, who won easily today, 4-1.
Garcia's been the best player in the world for the last couple of months.
Garcia and Kyrgios on the men's side, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Love.
Nick talks about how hard it's been to be on the road. Coming up on 4 months, he's been away from home. His mama's been in and out of the hospital. He's very close to his family. So as much as he wants to have a great run here, that's on his mind too.
What's funny about Kyrgios to me is you see all the weapons and the talent and how he can't keep it together always mentally, and he's up and down. His tennis IQ is actually very high.
Oh, he's remarkable.
And I noticed it even more when he played his last match against J.J. Wolf.
Left. First service.
He won the first set 6-4, but the only break is he only won 5 points on J.J. Wolf's serve in the whole first set. He just happened to win 4 of them in one game. That's how he got the break. And Wolf was handling pace really well,
30,
turning
15.
the pace around on him quickly. And all of a sudden he hit 2 or 3 little off-speed backhands, and J.J. Wolf missed 2 forehands, and he went to his box and said he doesn't like the pace, and just gave him a bunch of nothing the rest of the way, and it got pretty easy.
He's got talent leaking out his sides.
And then, by the way, he also went to J.J. Wolf's coach and said he doesn't like no pace. He actually said it to him during the match.
That is also very Nick. A huge difference for Kyrgios of late has been that he's gotten his fitness up a lot higher. Travels with a trainer. Still doesn't want to travel with a coach. He admits he's uncoachable. But he knows what's up on the court. Look at that. Look at him go after that.
He's got one of the best. He wants a little help from the crowd right out of the gate. He's got one of the best backhand returns. With virtually no swing, he
30-40.
can put it wherever he wants, and he can also inject pace when you don't seemingly see that the swing's getting any bigger. He's got another break chance.
There is a break.
Kyrgios leads by 4 games to 2.
After his last win against J.J. Wolf, Nick said, I want to be playing on the biggest stadiums in the world in front of millions of people, broadcast globally.
Nice. Because I always felt, not that he likes the crowd, obviously. It wasn't a crowd thing, but I always felt he shied away from competing in any way.
Fear of failure, John McEnroe has called it.
Exactly.
15-11.
Yeah, that play he was using all day in Montreal, that's not there for him in this match
15-0.
because of where Medvedev's standing. He was hitting off-speed, wide serves, serving and volleying, getting right on top of the net, which is why Medvedev has changed his return position to where you see it now, is a little further in, not letting Kyrgios have as much time to get as close to the net as he was.
Remember, he aggravated these fans so badly, and of course he had won them over by the time he tried to come back from 2 sets down in Nadal in the championship match. But this is the kind of stuff he was doing when everyone was booing.
Yes.
And remember, he won one match and then said afterwards, I just want you to know that I won the match because of you. And then they started booing him all over again, but it was great stuff.
This is good stuff because Medvedev, there's a little rankling between the two, you get a sense.
Oh, yes.
And so Kyrgios wanted the crowd. Now Medvedev's giving it back to him. This is just getting started, and it's getting kind of juicy.
Kyrgios is a lot better at the net than Medvedev, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Medvedev has trouble finding his way to the net for the most part because he is so far back often.
Kyrgios leads by 4 games to 3. First set.
Now Kyrgios is chirping a little bit to his friends, his supporters.
What's interesting to me, because I actually gave him a little bit of a hard time before and after the J.J. Wolf match, is Thanasi Kokkinakis, who Kyrgios beat in the first round, and they're good friends and they're doubles partners and all that. But I saw him and I said, hey, Thanasi, how'd the first round, happened in the match, he told me, I said, are you sitting in this box tonight? He goes, yeah, this is before the J.J. Wolf match. I go, are you going to, do whatever he asks you to do? And he goes, I don't know, maybe. So I said, get ready, he's going to yell at you. And he goes, well, maybe I'll sit further back. But he didn't. He sat in the box, and sure enough, as the match wore on, the first couple times he didn't stand up when asked, but he is now jumping up at the correct times, doing exactly what he's told. And I saw him after the match, and I said, so yeah, he's got you trained. I saw you. And he's back in there today.
Take your seats quickly, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Time.
Back inside Ash, it is very hard to take the fans away from Nick Kyrgios when he's behaving and playing so well. But in that last game, Medvedev did the same thing. Well, back on serve.
Yeah, he played so well. He made some remarkable gets
and wanted love for him.
And then, yes, wanted love, and the crowd went ahead and gave him some.
They did.
Wait, please.
Talked about Kyrgios, how he's gotten in better shape. Do you think that is because he's actually trained off the court hard, or do you think it's because he's played so many matches consistently that that's enough to get him in better shape?
I think it's both. I mean, I know that, in years past, he's had, remember all the back problems he's had? He's been trying to develop his back core work, all that kind of stuff.
15.
That maybe he never really trained so hard on before. But yeah, of the confidence of matches, that's got to be a factor.
Oh. Third, 15.
Yeah, a little surprising to me, actually, that more winners for Medvedev than from Kyrgios early on.
An easy hole for Daniil Medvedev, the world's #1.
4 games all.
He acts like the pressure doesn't bother him. I'll tell you what does bother him. He does not like that camera on the court.
Top, please follow the game and stay quiet during the point. Thank you.
There was some noise up on top. That camera right there, Daniil stays so far back that he doesn't like extra cameras on the court.
Something that's bugging him behind Kyrgios right now. He sort of motioned that way 3 times. It's got to get a little frustrating for Kyrgios that Medvedev keeps reading his mid-court ground strokes when he's trying to finish the point so well. It's 4 times now where Kyrgios, after a serve, has had a sitter, and Medvedev has gone to the right place. And it's not because he's 50 feet behind the baseline. He actually had to guess and has guessed right. It's amazing that, to me, that Medvedev can change his return position and
look at that return.
Do it. Do it well.
This is so good.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
15-13.
Kyrgios might have to recognize, you know what, I hate hitting body serves, but maybe I should go at the body.
Do
you know who that is? That's Lindsay Davenport's kid.
Yeah.
That is Jagger Leach, a great kid.
Gonna have to send him a text and say you almost fumbled it.
And there he is. I happen to love.
40-13.
She's got 4 great kids, but this one kills me. 15 years old, a terrific player in his own right, and he wanted to see Kyrgios. So Lindsay got him a seat in the president's box. She's there.
that.
She's missing there right now, but yeah.
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios with 6 aces.
Kyrgios is by 5 games to 4. First set.
On serve, opening set. Hawkeye lets us know that Jagger Leach, that ball he just caught, is going 111 miles an hour.
I like it. As I said, I'm sending him a text.
Are you
right
really?
now. Yes.
Ah, good. Congratulate him. Throw my name in there with yours, okay?
I will.
There's Jags. That seat is empty next to him. That's where Lindsay's seated as well. She doesn't normally ask for tickets, not really Lindsay Davenport style, as we both know. But this kid has been practicing with a couple of the players this week. He really wants to see this guy play.
Time.
Oh!
15 love.
That's a frustrating error from Kyrgios because he actually decided to stand back and be conservative on the return. And it was not much of a second serve that he should have missed the return.
Love.
There's Kokonakis. Right in the middle.
40 love.
5th ace for Medvedev. Kyrgios has 6. Another.
Daniil Medvedev. 5 games off. First set.
Stay cool, man.
It's kind of interesting that Medvedev, his box has virtually no one in it. He's got his coach. Kyrgios doesn't have a coach, but his box is ripped full with all kinds of people.
Ace number 7.
15 love.
Clean stuff, mate.
Out. 30 love.
Clean.
That stayed in.
30-15.
I'm with Kyrgios in not knowing how that forehand hit like that with, look at the spin. It's side spin. It's not supposed to drop.
You
But
can
it
read the
does.
writing on the
Yeah.
on his shots,
Amazing.
on the balls of his shots. Yeah.
By the way, I'm not sure Kyrgios' backhand has any
40,
rotation on it.
15.
That was an absolute
Really well done, mate. Great work.
Really well done, mate. See this one?
Good energy, mate.
You're managing it well, mate. Really nice. You're looking good.
I mean, at some point, when you go, all right, everyone relax.
Stand down. That place is packed.
I come back from the box, there's 6 seconds left. Yeah, no, but I've never had a problem with it this tournament apart from you. Okay, but like, why is it so fast?
It's Eva Azdirak-Born in the chair.
40-30.
And this is what happens at the end of sets with this guy.
For a second. I'm dripping in sweat. I'm not supposed to wipe my hands off.
He doesn't want to be called for using his towel and eating up the 25 seconds.
Which he's a guy that normally serves with 15 seconds to go.
Exactly. Stand your ground, Ava. That's terrific.
Game, Kyrgios.
This set's going to come down to a tiebreak. If Medvedev can hold.
Kyrgios leads by 6 games to 5.
I've not had
First
one
set.
issue. Not one. Not one issue in 3 months. Not one. I play the fastest on tour. I'm getting back to the baseline with 4 seconds. What are you doing?
It's one of the few times when I've heard Kyrgios yelling that I've actually kind of agreed with him. He is the fastest player on tour. He doesn't take a long time in between points. And maybe she started the clock quick, maybe not. Maybe he took an extra long time. He did have about enough time to hear 27, how great he's doing from his box. so.
I don't know. I trust Ava. I just think that this is when we see Kyrgios start chirping. At the end of sets, when it gets tight.
Yes, that's how he deals with
It's a
pressure.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got to take it out on somebody.
Yes.
It's not normally himself. That was going out, but he wanted to showboat a little bit there anyway.
Yeah, no, I think he wanted to pat. He realizes it's 16 winners for Medvedev,
Time.
only 13 for him. He needed to get an extra winner.
Anyway, let's see if Medvedev can take this into a tiebreak.
Do you feel like this first set is more important for one player or the other?
I always think, you know, I back Kyrgios in 2 out of 3 set matches all the time. I like Medvedev going the distance. Only because Kyrgios is already balling.
So this first set's probably more important for
I would
Kyrgios.
think so.
Yeah.
Love 15.
Gotta wait till that screen goes away. That's what's holding up Medvedev.
$15 all. Out. 30-15.
Kyrgios is feeling the tension right now. He's missing backhand returns you don't normally see. He's yelling at his box.
Oh.
$40-13.
He's getting to Medvedev now as well behind him, saying too much talking behind him. He did have a strange shank backhand off of just regulation ball and then didn't move quite as gracefully as he often does to the forehand. From 40-15 to deuce.
Advantage, Medvedev.
The great writer Rima Boulay reminds me of what Medvedev said about why he has so few people in his box. He says, I like to keep my box with just close people I work with every day, with those that I can rely on, those that I know which energy they have. They know what I need from them in the box. He says, yeah, it's not really my thing to just pack the box, make it as big as possible, just for the TV.
Now, tie-break records for Kyrgios, only 14 and 13 with the combination of what serve he brings and how good he returns. That's somewhat surprising. Starts this one off.
1-0. Kyrgios.
132-mile-an-hour race. It's an amazing forehand winner for me from Medvedev. Backing up, no pace to work with. He swings with just his arm, but he managed to get enough power and accuracy for another winner.
What a sound that return made.
Yeah, that was a 92-mile-an-hour second serve, but it didn't cause Kyrgios to even have to take a step, and it was perfect for his extension on the arm. Everything was perfect. He got 92 miles an hour at him and able to put some interest on it inside the baseline. So mini break for Kyrgios.
3-1 Kyrgios.
Serve and volley hasn't worked as well here as it did in Montreal because of where Medvedev standing, but that return much too high. Kyrgios does a good job with the volley, and he's got the pressure on Medvedev now as Medvedev forced to have to win both these two service points. You have to believe to have a chance in this tiebreak.
Kyrgios.
Could have won one more point, but he's in trouble in this tiebreak so far, at least. Down the mini break. That match in Montreal a couple weeks ago, Medvedev won the first set in the tiebreak, but then lost the next two. So it doesn't mean Kyrgios will give up if he doesn't win this tiebreak.
7th ace from Medvedev. Kyrgios has 8.
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios has
5-3 Kyrgios.
Medvedev still standing. He's a little further back right now. Do you think his mind's saying, wait a minute, I like it back, way back here? He's just a little further back than he has been. But then he came roaring forward.
He moved in on the toss.
Kyrgios. Thank you. Please.
Kyrgios has a racket without the little butt cap piece. After playing another, he's played 2 really good points in a row, actually, and it's just Medvedev's defensive skills allowed him to stay in both of those points. Rather than go get another racket, at least it's not an important point. It's fun all the time.
Thank you.
Medvedev working the crowd.
Medvedev.
Looked like he was down and out in this time. Instead, he's got a set point.
4-1 down and has played brilliantly.
Yep.
From that point on. Kyrgios hasn't really done much wrong.
Switch ends again. 132 out wide. Draws an even.
6-all.
Is it going to change his racket?
I mean, it doesn't actually affect
I get it, but I mean, you're there.
You're there. But it is 6-all in the tie break. You might as well stick with what you've been playing with.
Stick with your stick.
Kind of a shame that this is round of 16 because the way these 2 are playing,
this could be a final.
Yeah.
This could be a final. Don't tell that to Ruff and the Dom.
No, I know. I mean, obviously there's other players, but it easily could be.
Yes. Another set point for Daniil Medvedev.
7-6. Medvedev.
Some sweat there.
Ridiculously good. Look where he's standing. Very little swing, but he's got such control over that just flat little slider down the line.
Medvedev.
Medvedev's
Medvedev.
ace. And another, that's third set point.
They say it's 1 millimeter in. We'll have another look and see what we think. Great approach, but a great pass, and then that volley had, ooh.
Just a little bit of fuzz kept that in. 8-all. 133 down the tee. Now it's Kyrgios with the set point. Just about every point being decided by winners.
Medvedev doesn't seem to know it's switching sides. He's directing which ball kid he wants the ball from. He realizes it. I love about both these guys is this tie breaks almost 13 minutes long. They're still under an hour for this set because they get down to business.
Fat free.
Yeah.
See, the players are given all those pretty looking US Open towels, but these white towels are much more absorbent. And that's what they tend to use, most players. All right, both have held set points. Another set point for Nick Kyrgios.
10-9. Kyrgios.
Look like he's asking Kokkinakis, where should I serve?
Oh, no.
It's a good way to take the pressure off himself. If it doesn't work, it's not his fault.
Let's see what Kokkinakis has decided.
I don't think he said hit it in the net.
All.
Kokkinakis in the back with the Nirvana shirt. Thinking, wait, what exactly should happen?
He's just saying, tell me where to serve with a few other colorful adjectives.
Yeah, sorry, this place is so well mic'd that you're going to hear a lot of cursing tonight. Sorry about that.
Thank you. 11-10, Kyrgios.
Can't hit it past him, so drop shot. Medvedev didn't get a good read on the drop shot, and still with a couple of loping steps and a 6'6" arm, still managed to almost come up with a brilliant shot. To take away the T serve, which is his favorite, if he aces you out wide, say too good. Pretty good volley. That racket is taking a beating.
Stay locked in, mate. Stay locked in.
Do not need to lose their concentration in the box.
Please.
The short stuff. What a combo platter. And another set point for Kyrgios.
12-11, Kyrgios.
Drilled it, and then with the same looking backswing and very casual feet, it's an absolute just knockdown drop shot winner. And he needs the correct place to serve right now from his box. Let's see what they came up with.
This tiebreak. We're talking about how quickly this set is going. The tiebreak is about 18 minutes so far.
Thank you.
That's it.
7-6.
He's going to change his clothing. He is soaked. Medvedev's going to do it right here. The restroom is right there, so this shouldn't take too long.
They cannot do it. If they do it second time, they cannot do it. Yeah, but if they do it second time, I'm not playing till somebody's out.
So Medvedev now a little angry.
I'm just telling you, I'm not playing after the second time. Because they cannot do it on my serve. They're the box of a professional tennis player. They cannot do it on my serve. One more time, I'm not playing anymore.
Wow, he's complaining about Kyrgios' box.
Towels, please. Towels.
That they're making so much noise on his serve.
Yeah, I have.
I think that's what he said.
He is. No, you're right. He's saying because they were saying, come on, man, here we go. All different things when he's on the far side, even when Medvedev is next to Kyrgios' box.
He said if they do it again, he's not playing. So now it's on Eva Ansaraki to try to calm down this guy and his box. And keep Medvedev happy. This ought to be fun.
Well, if Kyrgios hears that, I'm sure he's going to tell his box, look, I need a default. Just keep yelling. The guy's going to quit. I mean,
let's make him retire.
Yeah.
He is at, I'm trying to think of the person before Nick Kyrgios who was this polarizing. Do we go straight to John McEnroe?
And maybe Eli Nastasi.
I mean, the last part. We've seen Nastasi and Connors and all that. But then somehow he gets forgiven, as John did so many times, because of the beauty of their game, the talent.
And actually, Kyrgios is interesting because he's somewhat thoughtful in interviews and every other moment when he's not on the court.
Let's see if Eva Azaraki does have a word with him.
Actually, I do believe the rule, we'll see if she has a word with him.
Time.
I do believe the rule is the coaching can only happen when you're on their side. You can't be yelling across the court.
This is a trial thing, this off-court coaching. 2 weeks here. Then
Take your seats quickly, please.
For the rest
Thank you,
of the
ladies and
year,
gentlemen.
The tours are doing it. Yeah, you're not supposed to be bellowing from the other side of the court. You still can give signals and encouragement, but you're not supposed to be doing what the Kyrgios box is doing.
Sit quickly, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Second set. Medvedev to serve.
Medvedev starts the second set.
Love.
Oh.
Love.
Often there can be a little bit of a lull after a set like that, and we'll see which player, if any, has a little bit of a letdown. Don't expect it to be Medvedev.
One long stride, and he hits a winner from it.
Yeah, he hits a lot of shots in a different looking way, doesn't he? That was just one step and a swat of his arm, and it still had a ton of pace.
Yep.
Game Medvedev. First game, second set.
Good energy, mate. Good, mate. Here we go, man. Oh, pass it, finish. Mate. Your bread. Good energy here, mate.
And he's right on the side of the player's box. Of his player's box. When players go to towel off, they invariably will go on the side near their player's box so they can hear words of coaching or encouragement.
Yeah, again, here's the serve and volley that works so well in Montreal, not working quite as well. Brilliant little flick pass.
Oh.
It's a bit of a danger game for Kyrgios.
Oh.
Just because how emotional that first set tiebreak was. He did lose more points than his opponent in that set and still managed to win it. So that's kind of stealing a set in some ways.
Oh. Oh.
love 40.
Kept his serving so clean until this game.
Thing about
15,
Kyrgios,
14.
he's shaking his head no. He can still step to the line and hit 3 bombs and get out of this love 40. He's just hit 1. Just hit 2 with a forehand that was ridiculous off a
30,
great
40.
return. I mean, 132 serve and a good deep return. You don't expect that. If you're Medvedev, still has a break chance.
Nice call, Jimmy.
Use.
Love 40.
Advantage
Third
Medvedev.
double fault in this game.
Quality, mate. Cool, stay cool.
Beanie, mate. Fly the first, come on.
It feels as though he doesn't want a long rally in this game, so he's going for big second serves.
Let first service. 40-15. Please.
Yeah, this is dangerous stuff. I can't stand when the players do this. Remember Stefano Tsitsipas did it against Kyrgios in Wimbledon?
Yes.
It's just a dumb thing to do. Dumb and dangerous. There's a power outage all over the grounds here, so we apologize for the loss of transmission, but we're back up and running now, and Daniil Medvedev running away with the second set.
To understand you're right, I can hit the ball every point in the stands. Yes. If you can, I can.
Medvedev leads by 3 games to love. Second set.
Gilles Savard, you almost never see him talking or gesturing. He always looks kind of sleepy.
Yeah, he does look kind of sleepy. Not today. This is an intense match on many levels. It's not just on the tennis court, but it's a little extra fire, extra spice between these two. Medvedev now claiming he has the right to hit people in the stands.
Just for the record, I don't think anybody has the right to hit people in the stands. That's just me.
Say it quickly, please. Thank you.
It's strange that it seems to have happened more often
Time.
lately. I mean, Djokovic was the one who got defaulted for hitting it lines minimum. I haven't remembered players smashing balls around some when I played. We would just get incredibly lucky. We never hit anybody. I didn't do it, just so you know.
Okay.
I only yelled at umpires. But I never launched balls at anybody.
It's gotten so terrible. I just keep waiting for the ATP to crack down on these guys. I mean, finding them doesn't mean anything. Nick Kyrgios worries about getting fined or any of them. You've got to suspend them. You got to take them off the tour, sit them down. The problem with doing something like that is what happened to Djokovic here a couple of years ago. All of a sudden the match is over. And all these people who've paid all this money to watch him,
Yeah.
they got to go home.
Yeah.
Tennis players understand their power, their personal power against the rules, don't they?
Top player, certainly, yes.
Top players, okay.
It's going to be an interesting end to the set to me from the standpoint of it's physical when you play Medvedev because there's a lot of long rallies, longer than many matches that Kyrgios plays. He's down a break. There's got to be a part of him, if he's not physically feeling he can last 5 hours, that maybe dangerous because that was what that point just was. Slapped one forehand. Now that doesn't take any energy to drop shot and sort of just float in. It's got such good instincts.
Game, Kyrgios. Medvedev leads by 3 games to 1. Second set.
You can download the US Open app. Follow everything that's been going on around here. It's in the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Love. All. Oh. 15-30.
Yeah, big point in the ad court. Medvedev loves that serve down the tee, but if he can hit the other one out wide, he just showed it to you, 123 miles an hour, but short and angled well. Kyrgios being pretty aggressive with Medvedev's second serves in this game.
Game, Medvedev.
Just calmly worked his way through his service game. Down to set, up 4-1. Second.
This is crazy. This is unbelievable. The history of the rivalry building. Well, weekends, what a competition. Brought out the very best in both teams. Once again, Team Europe are the Labour Cup champions. This are the street reviews. Great victories, amazing
Seats quickly, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Time.
He's watching the serve clock, Kyrgios.
Again, he's down 4-1. To me, this is a... I'm going to still try to hold serve. I'm going to serve big, but I'm not going to expend that much energy. I don't want 20-shot rallies right now.
I see.
So drop shot serves a couple of purposes. One, it takes no energy. Two, your opponent does have to run.
15-all.
We had a couple of very long rallies in the first set where Kyrgios hung in there. I think this set we haven't had quite as many.
Another double.
But again, that's 122 mile an hour second serve that he's trying to hit off the line pretty much. I mean, he's...
Lock in here, send him. Big spot.
Fifth double fault. They've got to be confused by their guy.
Well, you're not sure how... Exactly. You're not sure what's going to make him happy.
Exactly.
15,
but again, I'm not shocked if this set 6-1.
Right.
But then he's got to... I think he will regroup right to start the third.
Second serve didn't move much. But I think you might be right about how he's...
Still, how well does Medvedev move? Because that was 129 mile an hour second serve off the tee.
Yep.
And then he ripped another ball. Medvedev got a drop shot. He got there comfortably. 6-6. He covers the court. Squeezes every inch out of it.
Which guy as big as he has moved as well?
Medvedev.
I don't think anybody.
Medvedev leads 5-1.
Zverev's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
He's good. I'd throw him in the combo. '63-minute first set. This one's not even half an hour yet.
Fifteen love.
This one in the tiebreaker about neck and neck.
Yeah, exactly.
30 love.
All right, after this game ends, you got to believe Kyrgios he's got to start already thinking, let's catch Medvedev by surprise by how well I compete to start the third.
15. All. Right. 30-40.
I'm saying, not so fast. I'm not going to let you get off this second set yet.
And Kyrgios.
He's capable of anything, the Kyrgios.
Medvedev leads by 5-2. Second set. First set, Kyrgios.
Bring another body armor, please.
Casper Ruud, the number 5 seed, he's in this top half of the draw. He got through over the Frenchman Moutet. Berrettini had to go the distance to turn back Davidovich Fokina. Fokina getting hurt. The last couple of games. Yeah, the end of the 5th set. That was kind of hard to watch, but good on Berrettini. He loves this tournament, and he's playing well.
Even though Ruud is the higher seed, you got to feel as though Berrettini's the favorite probably on this surface.
Yep. Tomorrow night, Carlos Alcaraz, the number 3 seed, takes on the 15th seed, a former champ here, Marin Cilic, who won the US Open in 2014. Tiafoe and Nadal, they play the day match tomorrow. Tiafoe saying, I'm definitely going to come after him. Another guy who likes a big stage.
He likes a big stage. The thing that worries you slightly is that he struggled physically against Schwartzman. In 3 straight sets he won, but he was exhausted at the end.
Time.
Back inside Ash Stadium, Sunday night, US Open. Coco Gauff played well here earlier today, and she's advanced to her first US Open quarterfinal. Gauff over Zheng. Now she plays Caroline Garcia, a red-hot French player. So let's see what the try effort is in this game.
Left for service. $15 love.
12th ace. 9 of them came in the first set, so his serving has gone a little quiet.
$15
His movement too.
Yeah, no, he's given up this set, and it's almost as if Medvedev said, nope, I'm going to make you play another couple of games. Sorry. 30 love up on his serve, Medvedev, and he just sort of threw in a bit of a shocker from there. At some point, he might
15.
give Kyrgios enough hope that Kyrgios is going to re-engage.
Let's second service. $40-15. Let's for service. Kyrgios.
Good looking serving, and now it's 5-3.
Medvedev leads by 5 games to 3.
Kyrgios has broken Medvedev twice.
Second set.
Hard to believe Medvedev could lose a set from 5-1 up, but he's put himself under a little duress in this game.
$15 love.
30 love again. You got to test the Medvedev volley if you're Kyrgios there.
30 love.
That approach is a decent one, but not good enough to not at least see a volley. Quietly sort of, I don't want to say the word semi-tanking, but it's kind of that. He's just ripping shots or hitting drop shots, not staying in long rallies, but he's still so dangerous that he's suddenly from 30 love again to 30 all, and this now real pressure on Medvedev.
Set point for Medvedev.
Use.
Strange sort of rash of unforced errors towards the end of the set from Medvedev. Again, that one did have a little bit of topspin inside. But those were nervous forehands. You can see Medvedev's whole body sort of pull up as he hit them. Got a little fortunate there.
That's out. 6-0. 1-up.
And second set Medvedev.
2 out of 3 set match now will determine which one of these guys is a quarterfinalist at the 2022 US Open.
Can I get some white towels? You know how sweaty and humid it is? One towel at a time.
Kyrgios complaining about the towel count. It almost looks to me as though Daniil Medvedev was confused about the effort level of Kyrgios and very nearly made things very complicated.
He was, and good reason, as Kyrgios did seem to not put in a full effort. The unforced error count really started to rise for Kyrgios. All 5 of those unforced errors you see from Medvedev seem to happen in the last couple of games. But this is going to be a different Kyrgios you would expect in the third set, to start the third set. He's going to be back to fully engaged. Medvedev will have to be ready for that.
Can I get some eye drops? Daniil, I just need some eye drops. I'm getting some eye drops.
Now Nick Kyrgios is asking for some eye drops, and he's told that to Daniil, so Medvedev understands why there might be a little bit of a wait. To see where these eye drops are going to come from.
greens about 3 or 4 miles down.
Okay, good information.
Kokonakis will get set on the trot.
Ladies and gentlemen, the physio has been called to court.
All he needs is eyeballs.
It's awesome. These guys have everything.
Time.
Just after 9 o'clock.
Take your seats quickly, please. Thank you. Third set. Kyrgios to serve. Love.
So after an incredible first set, second set level went down a couple of levels to play. I expect this set to be a little more like the first.
All.
Yeah, 12-shot rally. That's more like the first set where we had some difficult points. Kyrgios can't handle too many of those. He does need that first serve to sort of free him up, get him a couple of free points.
$30-15. $40-15.
Right on the baseline. Medvedev wasn't that far behind the baseline. Tough to hit a clean winner against him from those positions. And again, Medvedev just guesses right, doesn't he? It's happened numerous times in this match where it's been a huge serve. Kyrgios has a sitter. Medvedev sprints to one side or the other, and that's where Kyrgios goes.
I think it's fair to say that Kyrgios is hard to read.
Normally, yes.
That's kind of remarkable that Medvedev has a sense of it. What you can do about that kind of serving.
Kyrgios. First game, third set.
free kick.
Love 15.
It's the second time I've seen Medvedev sort of take that swinging volley out of the air, but he doesn't do it from close enough to the service line, as you see. Let the ball drop a little bit. He only got up to the service line.
15-0.
Left a little space for Kyrgios. He found it, but Medvedev erases that with a big serve.
Fault.
Doesn't do anything poorly
15-13.
when it comes to the tennis court. I mean, that was an amazing return. He stayed on top of the point the whole way. Again, good anticipation for Medvedev just to be there for the approach. That time he didn't guess right on the volley.
Raducanu is out of her chair, and Daniil's over there too.
Serena's fine.
Oh, that's very cool.
Hitting the slice on defense here, and then as he was digging in, just totally lost contact with the ground, kind of. A little bit of a slip and boom, just straight.
He came down hard on his back, and that's, again, over the years, that's been a hard injury of his. But how cool is that of Daniil to head over, check him?
First service.
I mean, that wasn't one of those rolls that you see so many of the tennis players do, a soft roll to protect your body.
No, he actually put, the other dangerous part was his left hand. He sort of
Exactly.
put it down. You can really wrist hand vulnerability there.
Now they're on each other's side all the time.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Foul shot.
Obviously, the ball was out of play.
40-30.
But he thought he put
But
it
it's
just.
kind of not out of play while it's in the air. So what? Are you allowed to do
You
that?
see the chair smile. It's okay. I mean, it's not like Daniil wanted it to bounce.
No, but Daniil for a second was like, wait a minute, what is that? As I said, I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Game, Medvedev.
Jimmy, I think they might have given Medvedev that
One
point. You were right.
game all.
As I said, I didn't
Third
think
set.
I've never seen it. If they did, that's
You're supposed to
That-
stay on your side.
that is remarkable.
Wow.
At least it wasn't an important point. It would have given him break point for Kyrgios.
Looks like Nick is accepting it.
Fault.
He's handling that way better than I would have, but I guess it's on him.
Rivers.
He's the one who ran across to hit it.
50 love.
That is just strange, huh? Medvedev over on his side to make sure he's okay.
Kyrgios returning the favor by giving him the point, running over when he won the point.
Yeah.
Usually not a great play to drop shot Kyrgios because he normally doesn't back up too much, but he's been backed up sometimes in this match.
I was at the net. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, though? You start the clock when I'm at the net. Yes, you did.
Challenging as Jaraki Moore again about the
So
time.
what would you like me to do?
In
I finish at the net. I have to walk here.
Kyrgios' defense, they do, the umpires, it's sort of at their discretion a little bit when
It's
they
a glorified
start.
gimmick.
It is, when they start the clock.
Because, yeah, the chair gets to decide when to start 25 seconds. I mean, it's a nice visual, but it's a gimmick. There's nothing official about it.
It's a good point.
(30-15).
This match, you almost don't need it because these guys don't waste time.
Exactly. But, you know, Nick got extra time after that first set for eye drops. You know, that was discretion too. That went in his favor. I might be proven wrong, but I genuinely think it's a good idea to have a woman in the chair. I think it keeps Nick a little bit quieter, a little bit less vulgar, crude.
Actually, you're right. He has been less when addressing her compared to how he has been at other times.
That's an easy hole. Remember early in the second set, he was
New
double
balls,
faulting and
please.
struggling. Not in set 3.
Kyrgios leads by 2-1 third set, 1-2.
Like, use your common sense, huh? Like, use it. Just use it a little bit. I'm at the net, and then you start it when I'm at the net. You have to walk there, and then walk back 25 seconds. From the net. I'm not allowed to do that.
The chair umpires are taught is to look at the player as they get spoken to. There's Patrick McEnroe explaining how he screwed that up. Again, I've never seen it happen either. So here's Patrick saying, my dude, you can't cross over. The ball wasn't dead yet. It was obviously not going to bounce in for Medvedev, but Nick jumped the gun.
I thought it was legal. I was like, let's do this shit.
Time.
Patrick McEnroe courtside. Now he's going to be talking to him for the rest of the match.
Yeah, he sees him there. He's got another sounding board.
Exactly.
Said he thought it was legal.
Ask Kyrgios to please bring me 2 bottles of water with electrolytes.
You want enough to break him. Just stay patient.
Yeah, mate, what's up?
We'll give you stuff.
Sometimes you can laugh with Nick
15-11.
and just glory in how good as shot making is, sometimes it's not that way. There's an allegation from his ex, one of his ex-girlfriends, of domestic violence. He's got a court date in October.
30 love.
And when he's been asked about it, especially at Wimbledon, when it broke, he basically said, I have a lot of thoughts on a lot of things I want to say. Obviously, I've been advised by my lawyers that I'm unable to
40 love. $40-15.
Ball.
Brilliant stuff again from Kyrgios. And one thing that is interesting to me a little bit, it might be absolutely nothing, but Medvedev asking for 2 bottles of water with electrolytes. It is very humid. It's not hot necessarily, but it's very humid, and maybe that's what the sort of strange end of the second set for Medvedev was. He had a little letdown too and made some silly errors.
Use.
That's only Medvedev's first double fault. He's had 16 aces.
Advantage, Kyrgios.
Who looks better after 2 hours?
Well, that's why I said it. It's strange to me, but Kyrgios, he did spend a good portion of the second set just hitting drop shots and not really expending much energy.
Kyrgios leads by 3 games to 1. Third set.
USOpen.org, it's your online home for point-by-point live scores and highlights, everything.
Still doing enough.
15 love.
It's ace number 15. Third in this set, and it's early.
I mean, it's
30 love.
strange to feel as though Medvedev, because you remember the final against Nadal here in 19 when I don't know how anyone ran as much as he ran. But it feels as though there's a couple of shots now that he's sort of, this was an example of one. Normally he chases after everything till the end. This one he took 2 or 3 steps and then pulled up.
Oh, underarm serve. Handled. Oh, it's out.
It's not going to work today because Medvedev isn't where he normally stands to return. So Medvedev is going to pull a second set. Kyrgios
40-15.
just sort of stand up and take big cuts and points quickly. Okay.
It's between the legs underarm serve.
Ball.
The sustained brilliance of the first set hasn't been there since, as both players sort of having these little waves of great shot making, but also some errors.
Third set.
Kyrgios leads by 4 games to 1, third set. 1 settled.
The trainers with Medvedev, maybe just giving him the electrolytes.
Banana and water.
That was not an easy fall.
A little banana.
No seeming residual effects from that crash.
Kyrgios has been very honest about all the mental health issues he's had. Cutting his right arm, suicidal thoughts, deep depressions. Doesn't even want to get out of bed. This year, he's worked hard on it to turn himself around.
Time.
Again, talking about his mental health issues. COVID was a very rough time for him. And again, he misses home a lot. He says it's hard. Only Australians understand that. No other tennis player can understand what it's like to be on the road for that long. They don't have to deal with 3.5 months going on 4 months.
It's almost like you need, if you're Australian and playing the tour, you need another home.
Exactly.
Let for service.
And he likes being from and going back to Canberra.
Love.
17th ace from Medvedev. Fourth in this set.
Let for service.
Ball.
He really likes likes coming in a lot more than Medvedev.
Yeah, he's accustomed, as I said, he's closer to the baseline most of the time when he plays. He can take the ball so early with that almost no backswing that he has on the backhand.
Look at that.
And he can direct the backhand. So
15-30.
I've seen him play a couple of complete matches this summer where I thought if he would just, he'd win his matches 3-2 over and over again till he got to a Medvedev or somebody of that level.
Again. This time Medvedev is ready.
30. Out. 40-30. Game, Medvedev. Kyrgios leads by 4 games to 2. Third set.
There's a little positive body language from Medvedev there, a little shake of the racket. He was down a break in the first set and did break back. Forced the epic tie break.
Love.
Oh.
Love.
Kyrgios up 9 times. Medvedev seems like he came to net because he had to chase down drop shots, not because he actually made an approach shot. Came to net.
That's it.
Medvedev is awfully accurate, isn't he? Even when he's sort of stretched.
That one crossed.
But again, a sitting forehand. Kyrgios roped it with some pace, but you can see Medvedev left a little early, guessed right again, and then clipped a piece of the line. Yeah, but he guessed right again. Medvedev on the approach. The one thing he's not guessed right on is Kyrgios continually volleying behind him. Here it is again. As soon as he sees the volley on Kyrgios' racket, Medvedev starts sprinting to the open court, and Kyrgios has caught him a number of times now going behind him.
That's good stuff.
Kyrgios.
Putting together a fine third set as Kyrgios. 5-2 now for him.
Kyrgios leads by 5 games to 2. Third set. 1-0.
This guy has so much of it seems to be about his mood. About his attitude in the moment. Because clearly he could turn it on at will.
Well, the two most important shots, I would say, in tennis are serve and return. Starting at the point. That's why Serena Williams was Serena Williams. She served better than everybody, and she absolutely smothered you on the return. And Kyrgios, I would say, has the best combination of serve and return.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, what do you think about that? His return game is among the best?
I don't know if it's among the best.
You're saying the combo.
Yes, like serve is definitely top 2 or 3.
So you're saying the first shot he strikes, he hits,
is better than almost everybody. If you take the compilation of the two of those, that is
I like that. I like that.
But not when he doesn't have it going on.
Exactly.
Oh.
Fifteen love. Out. 30 love.
Oh.
No-look. He went for the no-look drop shot, Kyrgios, so Medvedev tracked it down.
The no-look that didn't
40
work,
love.
as it didn't fool anybody. And actually, Medvedev could have taken Kyrgios out here.
Watch the head fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's being playful now.
Game. Medvedev.
He is.
Medvedev is being serious.
Yes, but I think Kyrgios will be serious this game. He's serving for a 2-set to 1.
Kyrgios leads by 5 games to 3. Third set.
That felt like a bit of a throwaway game from Kyrgios, especially once he got down 30 love.
When you had a big enough lead, did you relax on your return game just so you'd be loose for this to serve it out?
Occasionally, but not normally, because I didn't have I didn't have Kyrgios' serve, so I would maybe not be upset with finding a way to break one more time.
Love.
By the way, Medvedev also, when we're talking about serve and return, his return isn't necessarily aggressive, but he's a guy that normally makes a ton of returns. So that makes his return effective.
Okay.
And he does have a great serve as well. So I think that's something you'll find with most of the top players.
So all those winners in the Kyrgios box. 15 of them are aces, 12 of them are forehands. And that is his 6th double fault.
I give just a slight assist to Medvedev in those double faults, simply because Medvedev standing up, Kyrgios doesn't feel as though just kicking it in is good enough. So he's going for pretty big second serves.
30-15.
So good, mate.
40-15.
Couple of set points for the Aussie.
Nick
Kyrgios 1 set away from taking out the #1 player in the world.
Leads by 2-1.
Medvedev leading the court.
There's a strange stat, and obviously it's a little early for me to be touting this stat.
Let's hear it.
5th set 1-loss record in their careers. Without looking at it, who do you think between these two guys would have a better 5th set record?
I'm guessing it's Kyrgios.
Yeah, because I said that.
You said,
and it's.
You gave me a big hint.
It's not even close.
Okay, let's have it.
Kyrgios is 11-3 in 5-set matches. Medvedev is 3-8. As we take a look at this 3rd set points.
Much better effort from Nick. I mean, again, so much of it seems to be effort.
Yes.
So his game doesn't really go away too much, does it? His field stays, his power stays,
yes.
His serve stays.
The only thing that really happened in the 2nd set was, and I kind of saw it coming, I said it before, that someone usually has a little bit of a letdown after a set, like 13-11. And when I said somebody normally has one, I actually kind of was meaning Nick might have one here. I wasn't sure he would, but I thought he might. And it's exactly what he did. He had 3 double faults in that first service game, lost the game, and then sort of said, oh, well, I'm going to throw this set away and play for the 3rd set. He's got the 3rd set, and it also feels as though he's got Medvedev a little bit tired. Medvedev has walked off the court. He's going to change the kid, but he's asking for electrolytes. There's all kinds of things that sort of are making you feel as though Medvedev's maybe the pressure of this match. Playing Kyrgios, the #1 ranking is on the line for Medvedev. He's going to lose it if he loses this match. Though somehow I don't think he thinks too much about that at this point.
27 years old is Nick Kyrgios. Seeded 25 here. Medvedev's 26 years old. Kyrgios looking for his 3rd win against the world's #1. In Montreal just a couple of weeks ago.
Another interesting stat about Kyrgios is he's 14-11 against players currently ranked in the top 5. So
he likes these matches.
He likes the matches against the higher ranked players. The only one with a losing, the only guy that has a winning record against him in that top 5 is Nadal. He's got 3 wins against Nadal still, but 6 losses.
Nadal couldn't post at Wimbledon against Nick. Have you watched Nadal play here, Jim?
I haven't called one of his matches. I've seen a little bit of. I didn't see the Gasquet match. He wasn't overly impressive in a couple of the matches that I've seen. So,
how impressive is his opponent tomorrow, Tiafoe?
Playing very well so far. But again, 3 out of 5 sets against Nadal. Physically and mentally, you gotta be there. Don't care how he's playing.
Just like his countryman Leighton Hewitt, Nick Kyrgios won his first match against Nadal, Djokovic, and Federer. Like, give me the balls. Yeah, I want to play you. I have the game to beat you. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm trying to think back, and it feels as though it's more impressive that Kyrgios did it only because Hewitt did it when those guys were sort of coming up, and Kyrgios already probably favored in each of those matches that he beat those 3 guys. Probably, I don't know that for a fact. Kyrgios beat them when they were already these greatest of all time kind of guys.
Medvedev still not back. Medvedev, of course, wasn't allowed to play at Wimbledon because of the ban on Russians and Belarusians. And he had hernia surgery earlier this year.
Which might be why he's feeling a little fatigued. He's probably a little underdone on the training, getting ready for this summer. Hasn't been as successful on hard courts as he normally, not the type of success he normally sees. As lost to Kyrgios in Montreal, now he gets him again. For him, an early round at the US Open in the round of 16.
Time. Sit quickly, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth set, Medvedev to serve.
Kyrgios had to wait almost 7 minutes to hit that return, and he hit it pretty well.
Oh.
Good again was that return. 122 mile an hour service.
15-13.
Popped it back onto Medvedev in a hurry. Dangerous early moment. This is the part that's amazing. Medvedev's won more points somehow.
Let for service.
It was that second set, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Again,
Kyrgios knows Medvedev's favorite serve, and the ad court is that T serve, so he's leaned there twice, and Medvedev got him both times.
Out. 40-30.
Kyrgios wants you to know that court was the reason for the miss hit as that ball bounced up.
game.
Slapped that in.
Medvedev.
But the spanking went long.
First game, fourth set.
Kyrgios just absolute slap shot on that attempted for it. It's 109-mile-an-hour forehand that he tried.
Fifteen love.
Clever move that was.
And that was a great fake drop shot, and that's one of the few times Medvedev actually bought the fake drop shot. Came a couple steps forward, and Kyrgios poked it past him.
Oh!
Love. Game Kyrgios. One game all, fourth set.
Match 2.5 hours old.
A series of unfortunate shots, really, from both players. This
15 love.
Decent return. Kyrgios had sort of an easy forehand. Tried a drop shot, didn't hit it well. Right here, Medvedev came in, hit his drop shot poorly. Kyrgios can get so much power without really seemingly using his legs. Take a look at this forehand. He just sort of stands there. You're supposed to be in the athletic position. He's just sort of straight leg, standing on the corner. That was the bounce again. Just so you know.
15.
And I have heard the other players, there are some skiddy parts of the court. From
There's supposed to be some dead spots, yes.
Medvedev has yet to miss a first serve in this set. And yet his service game still have had some slight drama. Here's a dramatic spot. Kyrgios right off the first serve, he's still at even in the rally, and then one shot later, he's got the edge. Still get the sense that Medvedev's legs aren't quite as spectacular as they normally are.
Please.
It's the first serve he's missed this set, so here's the chance for Kyrgios.
New balls, please. Kyrgios leads by 2-1, fourth set, and by 2-1.
Ran across the net when he had the point on the third ball. He actually lost the point by running over. He wasn't up a break yet. He wasn't in that set. I think that was at 1-all.
Do they have no fight? Do they have your shoulder punch?
It just amazes me thinking about it. Sort of something if he had been up a break. Almost certain it was just 1-all. He went ahead. Lost the next point, served a pretty good game. Through this guy's mind right now. Medvedev, he's, I think, feeling a little fatigued. Quite a guy that's beaten 3 or 4 times.
It's interesting that he's coming into this defense title looking very relaxed, talking like that's not a burden to him. It's not weighing on him. I think his big problem tonight is how good Nick Kyrgios is.
Yeah, I think the draw was a burden if he doesn't get through this, because I agree. I don't think he's not played as if he's scared to defend the title. Position way back to return.
15 love.
And he's doing it again. Kyrgios did what I said he was doing in Montreal. Just serve wide, serve and volley. He'll probably do it again. This is where Medvedev could have mixed things up.
30 love.
So start way back here. When the toss goes up, maybe take a couple steps in and look for the wide one, because it's going wide almost for sure.
Yeah, he's back to ball boy territory
now.
Oh.
30-15.
Maybe the change of tactics works slightly. As double fault trying to go wide with the second serve.
Take your time, Kicks.
Read it, Kingsy, come on.
Oh.
That's awesome.
He knows how to time it.
Yeah, he does.
Code violation, audible obscenity, warning, Mr. Kyrgios.
Medvedev shouldn't have brought the crowd in at that point.
Exactly.
Yes.
He was self-destructing on his own. Kyrgios doesn't. He always gets unhappy if he has 30 love or 40 love and then doesn't win the game right away. He starts yelling at his box. I like the umpire, by the way, giving him. Brought him back to a different area, and it's worked for Kyrgios 2 times in a row.
Kyrgios.
I always feel like early in the match you should give Kyrgios an honorable upsetting just to
stem the tide.
Well, yeah, keep that out of. He can say things, but just doesn't have to throw in any words.
Let's go!
Kyrgios leads by 3 games to 1. 4th set. Thank you.
Missed that volley. That's got a little. That's good touch. What you just saw there, that drop shot. It absolutely had a ton of spin. Just died.
$15-all. $30-15. $30-all.
That's it, Kingsley, send them back, mate. It's the way.
Gonna have to not give Kokkinakis a hard time because he was the only one sitting in the box that time. His 14th forehand winner. And almost a must couple of points here for Medvedev.
Oh.
These returns. Yeah. He's just jumping on these serves.
30-40. By 2 sets to 1.
What is he talking about, Jim? What could he possibly? He's playing great.
No, I think at that stage he's saying no, he can't beat him. No chance. No chance. He can beat him. He's done. What's funny is the first time I ever saw Kyrgios play.
Where was this?
It was in Canada. I don't remember his tournament in Montreal, but it was in Canada. He was maybe 18. And he played Santiago Geraldo, a Colombian player. And during the match, he said 2 things that you could hear playing stage. He said it loud enough so his opponent could hear it. The first thing was, just hit to his backhand. He's got no backhand. And then another time he missed a return. Said, how can you miss a return? He's got no serve. So I actually came up to him after the match, and I said, look, you're a great player. You're not the juniors anymore, so don't be disparaging your opponents like that. He wouldn't know who I am from that. I'm surprised he didn't say some language towards me, but he just said, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry, I shouldn't. He was very,
I bet he knew who you were.
Thoughtful about it. It was just interesting because he kind of doesn't do that, but I think he thinks and knows he's pretty good deep down inside. And right now he's thinking, this guy can't beat me. He's number one in the world, but I got him.
Well, again, Kyrgios talks about how when he was a kid, he was chubby. People told him he wasn't ever going to be anything, never going to be a good player. He got bullied. He sends it back to people, to fans, to his own box, to the chair. And that's kind of a pattern. Man, he's so good. I'm very conflicted watching him because he is absolutely dazzling.
15 love.
Being a remarkable guy to being crude and vulgar and awful. And then he comes up with the goods again. My favorite part of his game is how he can go from bruising to fanciful in one rally.
For the most part, right, he does. He does exactly that. He'll give you different spins, different paces.
15,
hit a billion miles an hour, hit a nothing. Yeah, he's a savant, kind of, in some ways.
Yes, he is.
False.
Fair till. .30.
Kyrgios 9-12. He hasn't hit that many big serves in this fourth set because of where. Just hit a big one down the tee, but he's been mostly hitting.
Kyrgios.
Medvedev let some anger out.
Kyrgios leads by 5 games to 1. Fourth set.
Hard to get aced. I can understand why he's frustrated on so many levels there, and finally the ball kept coming back at him and
thank you.
Smacked it out of there. Defending champion. Seemingly
15 love.
with no chance here.
Love. .30, 15.
Ball here, mate, pressure.
This is the no leg. I'm going to slap the ball as hard as I can.
40-15.
If you happen to hold serve, I'm okay with that because I'm going to serve for it. Not once, but twice if I need it.
Let for service.
Oh.
40-30. Use.
So many games, it seems, on Medvedev served in the last hour or so where he's had 30 love. All of a sudden finds himself under pressure. Here's another one of those.
Advantage, Medvedev.
Aces for him. Kyrgios right behind. There's another one.
Game, Medvedev.
Will that be enough? Kyrgios serves for the corners.
Kyrgios leads by 5 games to 2. Fourth set, and by 2 sets to 1. Time.
Nick Kyrgios about to serve for a spot in the quarterfinals. Raducanu came through against Carreño Busta, so that's who Nick would play.
Let's go. Take your time.
Love 15.
Medvedev sticking with the. Let's start to move in, and this one's a little closer now. Not by the ball, kids. Curious, see if he picks it up, goes T, which he does.
So
even as quickly as Kyrgios plays, he's still aware. He's thinking. He saw Medvedev move forward, so he served T. Now that he's way back, he'll probably serve wide.
Match points.
40-15. Kyrgios, 3 sets to 1. 7-6, 3-6, 6-3, 6-2.
His 21st ace. Kyrgios takes out the #1 seed, the top player in the world, Daniil Medvedev, the defending champion.